Hello, everybody. This is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Monday evening to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in week 14 of our Toronto Huskies franchise, and we are taking on the 9-3 Miami Dolphins in the 305 in Dolphin Stadium or Sun Life Stadium. Now it's called Hard Rock Stadium. So we played against the Miami Dolphins earlier this season, and we won that episode in Toronto. I will have that link to the video in the description if you guys want to check that episode out, or if you haven't already. And we won that episode, so now we're playing them a second time. Last episode, we beat the Buffalo Bills 80-7. I will have that link to the video in the description, but first, playoff picture has come around. So we are still at that #1 seed for the playoff. So if we keep winning more games, we're definitely gonna be on that list. So we're gonna be having that first round bye. One other thing before we get into uniforms and kickoff, I believe last episode we won a weekly award, or two of them, and it was both. So Ben Roethlisberger, 11 for 14, 346 passing yards, 5 passing TDs on the day. CJ Mosley had 2 sacks and 1 INT. So without further ado, we'll show you the uniforms, and we'll see you guys at kickoff. Alright, so the Miami Dolphins are going to be wearing their all dark aqua uniforms, 2007 edition. So they're going to be wearing their 2007 home uniforms, home aqua jerseys, aqua pants, striped socks, and white with orange shoes. Now for the Toronto Huskies, we're going to be wearing white on the road against the Dolphins. So without further ado, we'll see you guys at kickoff.
Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Joe Flacco and the Toronto Huskies.
Alright, now we're ready to return to kickoff. We got some Golden Tate III in some action today. And they're at the 35-yard line, so Golden Tate is ready to return to kickoff for the Huskies. And he's going to break some tackles along the way. He is going to take this one all the way. Daylight available, gets that in, touchdown Huskies. And that is a 102-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Now he has at least over 1,000 kickoff return yards this season, and he's only scored 3 touchdowns out of those kickoff returns. So that is an impressive way to start off for the Toronto Huskies. So it's now going to be 7-0 Toronto. Alright, 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line here in the 305 Miami, Florida. And they're going to actually throw the ball to Tagovailoa. He's going to step back to pass. And somebody from Miami is down and injured for the O-line. So that's going to be a 2nd and 4 now from the 38 here for the Miami Dolphins. So the Dolphins are ready to set back to pass. They're going to fire this one out. And that is going to be a 1st and 10. Tua Tagovailoa, 2 for 2. And he's had 10 yards passing-wise so far. So 1st and 10. The Dolphins are going to hand this off. And that is going to be a 9-yard game by Raheem Mostert. He has 11 rushing touchdowns this season, and he scored 3 last week. And this is going to be a 2nd and 1 from the 48. And Raheem Mostert is back in the backfield. They're going to hand this off to him. And Mostert does get that first down at the 46-yard line. So we're going to use some zone coverage here on the defense. So 1st and 10. Tagovailoa using the single back formation. So he's going to throw this pass out. That is going to be a 2nd down and 7. We're going to use the zone coverage, cover 2 formation at the 43-yard line. So they're going to step back to pass. And that was an incomplete pass as well. So this will result in a 3rd and 7 now from the 43-yard line. So they're going to step back to pass. Tagovailoa steps back to throw. The fumble is out. And it appears that Sheldon Rankins, our defensive lineman, makes that fumble recovery. And we get to see Joe Flacco stepping onto the field for the first time in this episode. The Super Bowl 47 MVP back in February of 2013. They're going to fire this one out to Antonio Brown using that juke move. Breaking tackles along the lines. He gets stopped there at the 33. And we have passed over 3,000 passing yards this season, which is impressive because our offense, let me tell you, is #1 ranked. Defense as well, keep that in mind. And Antonio Brown uses that juke move, gets it into the end zone for a touchdown. His 25th receiving touchdown on the season. He might as well have the most touchdowns out of any team by the end of the regular season. All right, 1st and 10. They're going to hand this off to Raheem Mostert. And he does at least, he actually does not lose nor gain any yards on that play. And they're at the 33-yard line, 2nd down and 10 now. They're going to step back to pass. That's an incompletion. 4 for 6, 20 yards for Tagovailoa so far today. And he's been not throwing good so far. So this is going to be a 3rd and 10 from the 33. Tagovailoa throws this one out to Mike Gesicki, the Penn State product. And he does not get a first down on that play. So they're going to have to punt this. And we will return with some Golden Tate the third. So they're going to punt this one out. And we're ready to return. So we're going to return this one with Golden Tate the third. And he is going to get stopped at the 26. So this is the end of the first quarter. So we're going to use a stick pass play on 1st and 10. And they're at their own 26-yard line. So Flacco, he's going to step back to pass. He's going to fire this one deep out to Corey Davis, and he has 123 passing yards. And this ends the first quarter, by the way, in Miami. Huskies lead at 14-0. A 55-yard reception, by the way, by Corey Davis, the former Tennessee Titans wide receiver. So he made a nice reception there on that play. So he's going to fire this one out to Chris Godwin, former Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Gets it at the 1. So this is going to be a 1st and goal. And we're going to use our recent plays. We're going to use the empty Y stick pass play on 1st and goal from the 1. And Flacco, he's going to sit back to pass. And he's going to fire this one out to Chris Godwin. Gets that into the end zone for a touchdown. And this will now be 21-0. All right, 1st and 10. Devontae Parker claiming that reception, a gain of 38 yards on that play. 2nd and 2 now. We're going to use his own coverage here for the defense. And they're only 2 yards away from getting that first down. So what are they actually going to do about it? They're going to run the ball. And Sony Michel lost about 4 yards on that play. 3rd down and 6. The former New England Patriots running back lost quite a bit of yardage there. And they're at the 34, so they're going to step back to pass with Mike Gesicki. Does he get that first down is the real question. The answer is a yes. All right, 2nd and 9 now from the 42-yard line. 2-minute warning is over, by the way. And Sony Michel claims that reception. He gets stopped at the 46. we're going to use some zone coverage on 3rd down and 4 from the 46. So they're going to step back to pass. And they fire that one out. So that's going to be a 1st and 10. And 82 passing yards for Miami. So if they get a touchdown, they will have over 100 passing yards in today's episode. They throw that pass, that's incomplete. Could have been intercepted though. That's what I would have wanted to see. But 2nd and 10, 19-yard line, steps this out, and that is a 1st down at the 8. So the clock's winding down pretty fast here. So they're going to use a Tampa 2 pass play. Actually, defense play. So it looks like they're going to use a passing play, the Miami Dolphins. That's what I was about to say. And the Dolphins, in fact, do get a touchdown on this play. Their first receiving touchdown of the game for Miami. So it's now going to be 21-7. All right, now we're ready to return a kickoff. Last kickoff, Golden Tate. It was the very beginning of the game, by the way. He returned this one for really long and got that touchdown. So 1st and 10. So Hunter Long of the Miami Dolphins claimed that reception whatsoever and scored that touchdown. And they're at their own 31-yard line, so they're going to fire this one out to Antonio Brown. That is a 1st down. So I believe Malik Collins of the Miami Dolphins defense appears to be down and injured. So that's going to result as a 1st and 10. Joe Flacco, he's going to step back to pass. He's going to fire this one out to Chris Godwin at the 32-yard line. So we're going to use a no huddle call. Here, we're going to use the verticals as in a matter of fact. So we're going to step back to pass with Flacco. And Flacco fires this one out to Rob Gronkowski. And he actually gets this not necessarily into the end zone, but it was pretty close from the end zone, about 1 yard shy at least. And this ends the first half. All right, 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. And the Dolphins are using that the single back formation. So they throw this pass intended to Devontae Parker. That turns out to be incomplete. So this is going to be a 2nd and 10 from the 32. And we only allowed 109 yards. So they're going to hand this off to Raheem Mostert. And he gains for about 5 yards on that play at least. So this will be a 3rd and 5 from the 37. Miami stepping back to pass. Actually gets sacked by Quentin Jefferson, his first sack of the game. And he's at the 28-yard line. So 4th down and 14 now. Golden Tate is ready to return the punt. So Golden Tate, number 19, he's ready to return. And he has quite a bit of daylight. He has lots of daylight ahead of him. And he's going to jump on in, does a front flip to the end zone. That's a touchdown. That's an 89-yard punt return. So he has scored both a kickoff return and a punt return for both touchdowns. So we're going to run the ball by using the goal line formation, actually using the power O run play. And we get this in. Two-point conversion is good. 29-7, Toronto. All right, 1st down and 10 from the 25. We returned a punt return for a touchdown last time. So that is the first pass of the 4th quarter. Incomplete. Tua Tagovailoa not doing too bad today. 15 for 20. And he has 1 passing touchdown. So he's looking forward to another passing touchdown. So they're going to fire this one out to Mike Gesicki. And that is going to be a 1st and 10 from the 15. We're going to blitz here on the defense. 154 total yards. So Mike Gesicki, he has at least 4 receptions and 34 yards. But he loses a football. Toronto says they have it, and they do. Damon Harrison Sr., the former New York Giants and Detroit Lions defensive lineman, makes that fumble recovery. Now Miami only has 2 turnovers, so we hand this off to Leon Avery. And somebody from Miami appears to be down and injured, so we're going to use a halfback stretch run play on 2nd and 5 featuring Leon Avery. So Avery's going to run the ball, so he gets that first down at the 45, 2 carries, 22 yards. And that is going to be a 1st and 10, 24 zone open. 1st and 10 from the 45. Flacco handing this off to Avery. So he has 3 carries, 27 yards for an average of 9. So if you divide 27 by 3, he averages 9 yards per gain. So he's going to run the ball now. And it looks like he's going to jump on into the end zone for a touchdown. That is a 50-yarder, and it's going to be 36-7 here in the 305. All right, 1st and 10 from the 33, 2:26 to go in the 4th. Tagovailoa, he's going to step back. He throws it deep, but it's not completed. So we're going to use the zone coverage on 2nd down. It's in 146 total yards for the Dolphins today, and they're going to fire this one out to Sony Michel. He gets stopped there at the 42. And this is a 3rd and 1. So 2 minutes to go at least. And they're going to make that final snap before the 2-minute warning whatsoever. He does get that first down. It is a 2-minute warning. 36-7 here in Miami, Florida. And we're going to use the man coverage here on 1st and 10 from the 49. So we've only allowed 25 rushing yards today. And Mike Gesicki back at it. And he loses a fumble. We make that hit stick, and CJ Mosley makes that fumble recovery. So it's a 1st down and 10 from the 39. We're going to use some inside zone featuring Leon Avery. So now he has 3 turnovers, Miami. And Leon Avery just scored his 4th touchdown on the season. 5 carries, 87 yards, and a TD for Avery. So he's on top of his game right now. And he's only ran just for the 4th quarter. So we are leading this. We gained about 1 yard there, 6 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown today. So we're going to use a halfback stretch run play on 2nd down at 7 from the 48. Hands this off to Leon Avery. And he only gains about 2 or 3 yards on that play, so that's not very much there. 3rd and 4, and I hope we don't get a 4th down, and it's Le'Veon Bell, so it's 4th and 3. So what are we actually going to do? We're actually going to fake the punt, and hopefully we should be able to get a 1st down or maybe a touchdown on this play. That would be awesome, though, but that turns out to be incomplete. The Dolphins do have possession of the football. So we're going to use the blitz here on the defense. So 1st and 10, Tagovailoa at the 44 steps back to pass, and he throws this one out to Ladarius Carter for that 1st down. And they're at the 35, 20 seconds to go for the Dolphins. They only got 20 seconds, and they're only at their own 35-yard line, and they're taking timeouts along the line. So along the line, they're just taking all their timeouts because they're going to lose this game by 29 today. So Tagovailoa, he's going to step back. He throws this one incomplete whatsoever at the 30. So 3rd and 5 now. So we're going to use the 4-3 formation here for the defense. And 3rd and 5, I accidentally go off sides there. There is a flag, and there was an interception. So there is a flag. So I was offsides. It was Malcolm Jenkins there, number 27. So we're going to have to use man coverage to end the game. 6 seconds to go for the Dolphins, and they're going to step back to pass. And we fired this one out. It's intercepted, so they're at the 6-yard line. Bryce Hall making that INT, third INT of the season. I don't think he's had any return for touchdowns as of yet. So Miami now has 4 turnovers, so we're going to step back to pass. I don't know where to throw it to, but I get sacked in my own end zone for a 2-point safety. Emmanuel Ogba makes that sack there, and we win the game 36-9. All right, Joe Flacco, perfect passer rating, 8 for 8, 211 yards, 2 touchdowns on the day. Tua Tagovailoa, he had 1 touchdown and 1 INT on the day, 21 for 29 there, and he didn't do a bad job at all. So 72%. He only threw 1 INT. That was the end of the game. Raheem Mostert, 8 carries, 24 yards, no touchdowns. Leon Avery had 7 carries, 93 yards, and 1 touchdown on the day. Receiving wise, Ladarius Carter had 6 receptions, 75 yards, no touchdowns. Hunter Long scored Miami's only touchdown. Chris Godwin and Antonio Brown both scored touchdowns for Toronto. Sacks-wise, Emmanuel Ogba made a sack, and I'll explain the 2-point safety there in just a bit. Melvin Ingram had a sack, and so did Quentin Jefferson had a sack. Bryce Hall had an INT return for 2 yards, and Damon Harrison, Sheldon Rankins, and C.J. Mosley all claimed fumble recoveries. There were no defensive touchdowns in this episode, but Emmanuel Ogba, like I said, had a 2-point safety to end the game. Golden Tate had a 102-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. That was the very beginning, and I think this was the beginning of the third quarter. Golden Tate with 89, our first offensive possession, by the way, and scored 1 touchdown. So that wraps it up. We'll see you guys next episode.